Okay, welcome to another episode of Acroyoga with Super Dave. As you just saw, we are doing handstand through Jedi box today. We're gonna take you through the steps. Before we even begin, we're gonna do something a little bit more easier just so that you can get used to going upside down and practicing lifting a leg. So we're gonna do handstand on downward dog. As a base, you're just coming into a downward dog position. Hands and feet about shoulder and hip distance apart. Flyer, hands come in front. You can place your toe mounds onto the base's hips. Try to find that pike position, meaning you want to find that 90 degrees between your torso and your legs. And then you can practice with lifting one leg at a time. If you do have a handstand practice, then see if you can use your partner to find balance in your handstand. Just lightly tapping the lower back. Get nice and warmed up. Come down, coming down nice and gently. Okay, so with the flyer's hands, it may not necessarily be just in front of the base's hands. You might have to draw it back a little bit. You might have to stagger the hands. It really depends on your proportions. So you want to find the length from the hands based on your ability to create a pike shape with your body. Okay, so once you've practiced that, then we can move into our Jedi box. So our Jedi box, I start on my back. And we're just gonna start from a low position here. Cosette has my feet. I just wanna make sure my feet are hip distance apart. Her feet are approximately shoulder width for me, okay? Then we'll cue each other. Ready? Whoops, sorry. Okay, so we did that one incorrectly there. We're gonna come into a plank position. So we're just gonna straighten our arms here. Ready? Boom, good. And then the next one, we're gonna come into our pike position. Ready? As I come up, I want to draw my chest and head through so that I can bring my arms alongside my head. Okay, and then I can release one leg. I'm gonna take my hands behind our shoulder blades. Okay, look for that little shoulder bulb so your palms can go around. And then I want to kind of push her weight into my hands for balance. Okay, so I'm not really pulling her really in, I'm helping her find her balance. I might have to be letting her go a little bit or pulling forward just depending on her balance. So drop one foot, and the other. We'll go into plank position and then we'll come all the way back down. Good. So one thing to remember as a base, when you're coming up, the tendency here is to push forward. Right? Because you do want a pushing sensation. However, you don't want to be pushing 45 degrees forward. You want to think about lifting. So I'm lifting my arms up towards the ceiling and I'm drawing my chest and head through. And that way you don't tip your flyer over. Because if you're pushing forward this way, your shoulders are most likely going to go over, right? And then fall out of it. So just be very careful with this one. If you do have someone to spot you, have the spotter standing right here so that if the flyer does happen to tip over, then the spotter is right there to catch, okay? Hopefully you have fun with that one. And as you've seen with the demo at the beginning, if you want to take turns rolling and then having the other person take turn, make sure you guys are kind of similar size so that you can support each other in that balance, okay? Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions or any challenges, please leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next episode.